And welcome back to our Let's Play of Demon Souls. I am Chubby Cheez-It.
And I'm JustGrayFox.
And I'm the Frozen Nord.
And we are the Three Heart Runner. Today we are going to be killing our first dragon in this game. I'm going to explain how we're going to do that, and then...
And no, you did not accidentally click on the Skyrim review. This is still Demon Souls.
Yes, this is still Demon Souls.
The dragon fire can still kill you in one hit.
Yeah, like it should.
Be prepared.
Like it should. But anyways, I'm going to show you how to kill this dragon really quickly, and at the same time, we've got a little bit of a rant to deal with here. JustGrayFox is a little upset about something, so I'm going to let him introduce that first, and then I'm going to tell you how to kill this dragon. So, what are we going to be ranting about today?
Today I'm going to be ranting about fighting games.
And what about fighting games are we going to be ranting about?
A lot.
A lot. A lot is a great answer. Now, when you come up here, make sure you're being careful and spot where the dragon is, because that dead body is there. If you walk right there, you're going to get flamed, and it's going to kill you. So you got to kind of bait him into attacking the bridge, which I'm trying to do, and I think this one's female, actually. And Chubby Cheez-It all the way down to the end. Now, I'm going to be putting on a ring here in just a second that's known as the Clever Rats ring, and what this ring does is when your health is down to 30%, you gain about, I think it's 60% extra, or it's 30% extra attack. I don't remember exactly what the numbers are, since I'm, that awesome. But it raises your attack power. This will allow me to kill the dragon a lot faster than sitting here for 25 minutes. So I'm going to let these guys kind of smack me around a little bit. I stupidly... Oh no, I did take off the Regenerator's ring. So basically all I do is I just come up here and I stand in front of these archers. So I kill him first. And I let them get my health down as low as I possibly can, so that my attack power will come back up. So,
God, this guy's taking forever to shoot you.
And while this may look time-consuming, it's far more time-consuming not to do this.
Yeah, it really is.
Though if you want to be super time-consuming about it,
and
the dragon actually loses 1 HP every single time he comes around. So, if you want, you could stand here for about, what do we calculate, like somewhere around 8 some hours?
Yeah, some hours like that, and he'll kill himself. It's actually kind of funny. So basically, you just get this aimed up, shoot the dragon in the head, and then all I do is I zoom out, and every time the dragon comes by, just
shoot him in the face.
Shoot him in the face. Alright, now that we've got this set up so you guys can watch, what do you have to say about fighting games?
Alright, JustGrayFox here, in case you didn't already know. I'm going to be talking about fighting games today, and I'm going to be talking a lot about what it is I do not like about fighting games. Now, the thing about fighting games, well, let's start off with the things I do like about fighting games, so we can get that out of the way. The things I like about fighting games is it harkens back to a day back in the arcade when it was you versus your friend. You pick your player, you know all the moves, all the combos, and, it's just good old-fashioned beat 'em up. One versus the other. I can get into that. I really can. And fighting games as a whole, I really have no problems with. The problem that I have is that people who play fighting games often like to criticize other types of games. And in my opinion, that is wholeheartedly impossible. And let me tell you why. Fighting games have essentially been the exact same since the very first fighting game came out. Like I said, it's you versus your friend or versus the computer, one-on-one. Maybe it's a tag battle. Tekken Tag was probably my favorite fighting game of all time, to be honest with you. But it's the same game, over and over again. And I had a friend of mine, his name is Jeff. He might get another name eventually. But he likes to rant about how all of the Call of Duty games are exactly the same. How all they do is throw in new guns and new levels and let you play a couple new maps, and that there's no reason to go out and pay that much money for another one. Let me tell you something about my friend Jeff. My friend Jeff owns Street Fighter 4. He also owns Street Fighter 4 Turbo. He also owns Street Fighter 2. He also owns Street Fighter 2 Turbo. He also owns all of the Street Fighter Alpha Protocols. And he owns pretty much every single Mortal Kombat that you can possibly imagine. In every single one of these games, the objective is to move right and press the button to kill your enemy. Okay? I'm sorry, but If that's not the same game over and over and over again, then I don't know what is. At least Call of Duty tries. At least they put in a new story, however short it may be.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the story for Street Fighter was. They have fully animated cutscenes, everything looks beautiful, but God only knows what's going on.
They have different moves.
They
Forget that.
Well, that's
They have
true.
different moves.
They have different moves.
Different moves.
Whoa.
Man, oh man.
Different button matching
Hands
combos.
up, heads off. Hats off to that.
That's ridiculous. I don't know how they can put new moves in every game. That's just crazy. But the problem I have is when they try to criticize other genres for lack of originality, for lack of ingenuity, lack of coming up with new ideas for something for their game, you know? Because, sure, Call of Duty may be essentially the same game every single time it comes out, but so is every single fighting game. And here's the thing. Whether you buy Mortal Kombat or whether you buy Street Fighter, there's no difference. The only difference is after you've beaten somebody in the fight, if you press a couple extra buttons, you get to watch their heads get ripped off. Which, to be honest with you, if that's what you want to watch, you scare me. You do. Go play Mad World. It's a much better game.
You don't want to see heads get
Have you played Mad World? You can throw people into a blender with a giant sword and watch them get turned into pate. Why wouldn't you play that instead of playing a game where you have to just punch somebody in the face enough times until you can rip their heart out?
Because it's fun to
You know what other game lets
you
you rip people's hearts out? Legacy of Kain Blood Omen 2. Okay, and if you haven't played that, go play it and come back to this review later because you're missing out. Essentially, though, that's the problem I have. But I'll tell you the solution. I will tell you the solution to the fighting game problem, and we're running kind of short on time in this video, so I'm going to make it quick. Fighting games are not hard to make, because as I've said before, they're all essentially the same game. Maybe there's a few new moves, maybe there's a few extra characters to choose from. In my opinion, the way to solve the problem is combine a fighting game with another type of game. And for our purposes here, and since the Frozen Nord is a huge Pokemon fan, let's say Pokemon. Let's say you walk into a random encounter battle. Instead of selecting A to attack and then picking your move, what if all of a sudden broke into a fighting game? All of a sudden, you've added a whole new dynamic to both games. So, quit making the same fighting game and start doing something impressive.
And with that, we're going to have to end the debate. We have just murdered the dragon, and we're going to have to end the video. We're going to finish up with this video with me saying that we're going to actually have a debate with this next game that he just came up with maybe in the next video. So, we'll hope to see